Welcome to the podcast show. We're filming episode 5, right? Or four?
Yeah, 4.
Both start with that.
It's been a minute, yeah. So
you got Bobby-E&TonyTone here. We're gonna talk about some more BS, everyday life. People? So what do we got on topic today, Bobby?
We got some good stuff, man. Question. I don't know. Every guy probably don't do it, but shit. I was like, and it happened random when I thought about it. I was like, shit, man. You got chest hair and stuff like that. So I happened to have like one of my bracelets on, and it like I was doing something and it caught it. I was like, shit, man. I was like, this chest hair sucks, cause like if you even pull a hair in your arm,
oh yeah,
and man, like that pain, is
that
simple.
sensitivity right there.
So I was like, man, so I was like, but then I thought about it, I was like, how many guys shave? But I was like, man, I'm not finna shave my chest hair. I won't lie, I will admit, I was younger, shit, I forgot how young I was, but I was like, man, I saw it and I was like, I'm gonna try. I went and got some Nair. Man, I put the Nair on. I'm talking about arms, and this was.
Oh, so you Naired like the whole upper body,
yeah,
or the whole body?
Man, when I tell you the odd feeling and the odd look, I was like, afterwards, I was like, I'm never doing this again.
Felt like a newborn baby. You're like, what happened to everything?
I was like, man, I was like, this isn't right. This isn't supposed to be like this.
Yeah.
But yeah, just one of those things, man. Something random happens, and then you go into like this whole scene of. I was like, yo, guys do get it waxed. Yeah. I was like,
I don't know if I could do that. I seen that on 40-year-old version and remember all the blood that was coming up. Man. I was like, no, but I have shaved. I buzz cut my chest one time. I didn't fully shave it, straight razor it, and then I was just like, because I was getting that lean cut look and stuff like that. I'm like, let me see how I look with my chest. So I just started like shaving it a little bit low right here, and then it like. You know how it leads from one thing to another. Next thing you know, I was like, like just shaving all of it off. And I was like, dang. I'm like, all right, it looks pretty good. And I was like, I look a little more defined and stuff like that. You know, I was going through that wife beater phase.
Yeah.
It was the worst thing. You felt it all pushing back in and stuff like that. I was so itchy. I was like, all the time, I'm like, worst idea ever. And I'm like, all right, let me get rid of the wife beater. Let me just throw on a regular t-shirt.
Yeah.
Didn't even help. And I still didn't learn my lesson. I shaved my chest twice. I did that twice, and I was like, all right, well, you know how you got to get used to something? Yeah. So I did it again. Nope. It was the worst thing I ever did.
Yeah. I think it's kind of like shaving your head. Like, cause with me, I'll do like a clipper to shave my head. But then I'll do that quick. If it's something quick, cause I'm meticulous when I'm either lining up my beard and stuff like that. Just minor OCD kick in, like, the line has to be symmetrical.
And if it's not, you just like throw the clippers. You're like, I'm done.
I'm through. But I do the clippers if it's quick, and then if not, then I'll just if I have the time, then I'll just put a razor to it and do it. It just takes a little bit longer, so. I don't know, but it gives you that clean, like you don't have to worry about it for at least probably about the end. If I do like a Sunday, so probably about that Saturday or Sunday again.
Yeah,
like you do like a quick go over. But
I have heard of this stuff, like, because there was this one guy I worked with at my other job. He was bald, and he said he used Magic Shave, and he said he would wash his head, leave it in there, and the hair would just fall out. And I'm like, dang, I wonder if that could work on my body hair, because I never like fully shaved, and I tried, like, I still think about it, but I'm like, I don't want to go through that itchy phase, because it's like a beard. Like, you know how once you like clean shave, then you start to grow it back, and then you're just sitting there scratching it, and then it looks scraggly. I'm like, this don't look good at all. So it's like one of those phases, and then I'm like, but then once you get to your point like that, like you get to that like 1 inch point, then it's just like, all right, I see it coming together.
Yeah, it's a process, because in the beginning, like your face, it's just like I'm pretty sure yours, like as it grows out, you have your itchy phase and stuff like that. But the trick to it is make sure it's moisturized. I learned that the hard way. When I first started growing mine, but now like I just did it this morning. showered and then washed it using the actual beard wash.
Yeah.
And then they have beard oil and conditioner, but sometimes I just put the oil in it because that's enough moisturizer for it. So I'll do that, and really no problem with it. It's just when you go like a day or two without washing it or re-moisturizing it, man.
Yeah.
Like
day and night difference.
Yeah. But yeah. So one of those crazy random things that came across my mind, man, and I was like, I gotta ask Tony about this. But
I've done it twice. I'm never gonna do it again. It's just one of those things. Like I said, I thought about it, but then it's like I remember, and I'm like, nah, it's not worth it.
I said it's there now. Like I'm doing what I went through with that there, testing it out. I was like, yeah, never again. This isn't for me. Then I'm reading the back of it. It's like I think they said don't use it in your. It's only for the legs, I think. But I was just like.
Did you have any rash or irritation or anything like that?
No, the only thing I got was like it's weird. It was like my body couldn't distinguish like which direction like the wind would be blowing. Like I would be driving and just because it felt so different, so I stuck my arm out the window and it was like you could barely sense that the wind is blowing. It's a weird feeling.
Yeah.
You do all this stuff. I was like, yeah, I'm never doing this again.
That sounds like some magic. It changes your senses and everything. Some magical stuff. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, it's
no, I noticed that too. Like whenever you cut your hair, and then it's like whenever you have like longer hair, and then you like shave your head, and then it's like the wind goes through it, and then everything feels different. You're walking outside, you could feel the sun hitting the back of your head. You're like, oh my god.
Oh yeah.
I shouldn't have cut my hair today, or I shouldn't have cutting it that low and stuff like that. But it's like. I understand exactly what you're saying.
I definitely can attest to that. That freshly shaved head.
Yeah.
Oh man, it feels good because I'm used to it by now. But when I first did it, when I finally decided to let my hair go because of my DNA and man, just hairline was terrible. But it felt different. But it took me probably about a couple times of doing it, and I was like comfortable with it. First thing I said when I got comfortable with it, and then I was insecure. I was like, for one, because I got teased just about all through middle school about my head and ears. Try to talk to a girl, then here come these punk boys talking about some. Oh, there goes Dumbo. I had to grow into my ears and stuff like that, so I was insecure about it. You know, stupid kids in middle school, man. But I grew into it and. Now it's I'm like shaved my head, walked out, and I was like.
So have you always had a shaved head?
No.
Okay.
Believe it or not, I had braids. I had cornrows at one point. I got the pictures. Like I didn't have a lot. My hair didn't grow long. I had a little hang time, but when I got that little hang time, I thought I was the shit. I thought I was the shit. I was like. Who was hot at the time? I think D'Angelo, a couple other artists that had cornrows.
Yeah.
I was like, you can't tell. A freshly braided head? Oh, man. I would walk out just like, oh, no pictures today. But yeah.
You're like acting like you're blowing your hair out of your eyes. Like, shit so long.
Yeah, the hair's getting caught on my neck. But yeah, I just went through that braid phase, and I was like, man, okay. Just looking in the mirror. When you look in the mirror and you tell yourself, oh, okay, it's time to let this.
I like whenever you get a haircut because I went through. I'm gonna get it again, but the zero fade.
Yeah,
I like that look, and then I was like, all right. Don't have time to go to the barber. Let me shave my head right now. So I buzz cut it, and then it's just like, damn, I missed my zero fade. And you don't realize how good you look with something until you actually like see it on you, and then you're like, I like that. Yeah,
that's how I was when I first shaved my head. When I did it, I was like, this doesn't look bad.
Yeah,
because I'd always had what did I do? I think I did the thin line.
Oh yeah,
and then connected with the goatee. I did that, and then later. I think 2012. Yeah, probably 2012. I started doing the beard just off of didn't want to shave that morning and stuff, and it just went from there. But it was like I was like, oh, this isn't bad, and it's easier. I can get up and just go. I can get up and just go. So just kept rocking with it, man. I was like, hell, my hair is leaving anyway, and so I try my best.
It just transitioned.
Yeah.
It just transitioned and moved from up north to down south.
Me that. I posted one of my like a before and after, like high school, like my prom picture, and then like a picture of me now. And somebody commented, they was like, "Oh, the hair just transitioned onto your face." I was like, was that a compliment or insult? I kind of take it as both, but I like it.
Yeah.
But I was like, good point though.
It's like he low blowed me, but he said I look good with a beard, so I'll take it as a compliment right now.
Yeah. So what about you? What's been up with you? Anything crazy with you?
Nothing crazy. What have I been up to? Just been working a lot. I finished the season to Stranger Things. If you haven't been watching that, R.I.P. Eddie Munson. In and out. Short, like probably 5 minutes here. Then I'm distracted doing something. Nah, the same thing happens. It's hard for me to sit down and watch a TV show, but then once I get like, it's like that side look to where it's like you're like, you catch that interesting part, and you're just like. And then it like sucks you in and stuff like that. So it's like you just got to find those moments and stuff. But I killed that season. I waited for like those last episodes to come out because I hate to watch a season and they break up the episodes. Yeah. They'll do something where it's like, all right, boom, like here's 8 episodes. Oh, we're gonna cut the season in half. Wait 4 months and then drop some more episodes. I'm like, nah, I'll just wait for all of it to come out so I could binge watch it. I did that, and I'm really excited. I'm going to go ahead and go on Monday to see the new Thor movie, Love and Thunder. I'm pretty excited to see that. That looks pretty hilarious. That's what I love about all the Thor movies. It's like they're really funny. And then one of my favorite characters, I think, is... dang, I forgot his name. He's that rock guy, like Krogo or something like that. Krong. You know who I'm talking about, though. He was like in the last one. He was holding the... that larva looking thing, and he's like, nah, I didn't want to say anything or ruin the moment, but he's dead and stuff like that. And he was just holding like their dead friend and stuff like that. He looked like a little larva and stuff. I was like, holy crap, that's hilarious. I like his voice too because it doesn't match his body at all. He has like that weird like that little nerdy like little bit voice, and I'm like, yeah, hey you guys, blah blah.
Yeah. I don't know. I hadn't been to the movie since I went and seen Top Gun.
Was that good?
Man, that was good.
Yeah,
that was good. Top Gun Maverick. I thought about going back again, but I just hadn't had the time. Bunch of different things pulling me 20 different directions.
I think I haven't been to the movie since like COVID started.
Really?
Yeah, not just because I'm not afraid. It's just like finding the time, like you said. I'm like filled my time with other stuff. Now it's like, oh man, the movies. And also the way they're like doing movies now, I'm like, is that movie theater worthy, or should I just wait for it to come out at home?
I went to the rave on Bayou by the Cordova Mall.
Yeah,
I went there. Me and my sons, and surprisingly, my youngest daughter wanted to go to tag along. So, it was good though. Yeah, it was good. That's the last thing I seen, and hadn't been back. Just these days go by so fast, man. It's like you work and sleeping. You're like, son of a gun, what? Yeah. Alarms going off.
You zone out for a minute, like 3 hours go by. You're like, oh my god, my life isn't that depressing. Like, what's going on? But what have you been up to? What's good with you?
Working, man. Working. Yeah. I actually I did a tub to shower conversion at my mom's house.
Woo.
Because she had been wanting to do that. Man, when I tell you, if you can hire somebody to do it, I highly suggest that you do it.
Yeah, that's why whenever I moved, because my last house was a project house, I was like, either already refurbished or brand new. So we ended up going brand new because it's like I went through the same headaches, like redoing kitchen, redoing bathrooms, like dropping in cabinets, countertops, the whole 9 yards, new flooring, everything. And I was just like, worst thing I would have done. I should have just got a brand new house from like the first time.
And I think with my mom's house, because she's it's paid for, so it's just really just updating stuff, and modernizing it to where it's more comfortable for her and stuff like that. And stuff
most
she
definitely
wanted to do Actually, my stepdad started doing it, but he, unfortunately, he had passed away.
Yeah.
So I'm, picking up the slack with that. So I was like, I'm researching. I was like, okay, because I had a general idea. And I was like, okay, so we're doing this. I went to the house like several times. Like, okay, so I need to move this. This needs to come out. And granted, I'm thinking the tub is like the fiberglass kind of stuff like that. Man, when I tell you, when I started taking down the sheetrock and stuff like that, because I was doing a direct to stud install. Once we finally got everything in, because everything shipping been delayed and stuff like that. So, man, I got everything off. Got to the tub. The tub was cast iron.
Oh man.
And it was me and my youngest son. So I was like, "Hey, you want to come earn some money? Help him with that." So he's there. He stuck by me though. But man, that tub was
it was in there.
It was a trip.
Yeah.
It didn't take much to get it out. It was just moving it because of the weight and stuff like that. So, but I got it out. Got the install in, but it took me 2 full days to do it. Just the conversion of that, because it was so much matching the piping, and then I was going with the PEX piping and stuff like that, but that was a headache because I wanted to keep leaking. Man, I went in and out. The people saw me more that Friday and Saturday in Home Depot than they ever saw me in Home Depot.
Yeah.
I'm back and forth, in and out. So, but I ended up, shout out to Sharkbite and Sharkbite Connection. The best invention ever. By the way, they don't sponsor the video. You can, sponsor us, giving them a plug. But quick. Once I got this right size, it was just like on, bite, everything's in, pressure test. I was like, really?
This is all I needed.
Yeah. So
that's one thing I think of us as like as project people, like just project people in general who do their own projects at home and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like I always tell my wife, I'm like, I got this shit. I got this. Don't worry about it. Next thing you know, I'm like in the garage YouTubing. I'm like, oh man, where did I go wrong? Like freaking out. Where did I go wrong? And then they're like, oh, I thought the project was only going to take like a day. It's like 2 days later and stuff like that. I'm like, yo, I just want to make sure I do it right. You're coming up with like those kind of excuses. But no, it's like, it's just like one of those things. It's like once you do it once though, it's like you never forget. You're like, nah, I got this. I've been through all the headaches on the first one. I know I could do this on the second one.
I felt like I graduated when when I pressure tested. Nothing leaked. I felt like I graduated. Man, you should have seen me. I was so happy. I was tired as hell though.
It's like, Ma, I got my plumber's diploma. Like, come look at that.
Yeah, but I got some more stuff I gotta do. I gotta go and look at some other things and stuff like that, and then I'll jump on tackling that to wrap that up. But that was the hardest part. Really, that was the hardest part of, because everything else is a breeze we're doing in there. So,
and it's like you watch the guys do it on like the at home channels and stuff like that.
Home Depot even got the video on YouTube, and the guy and girl, and they was like, if you get this measurement right, if everything lines up, then you're set to go.
Yeah, exactly. And then they make it seem like, okay, maybe an hour for them. Yeah. Like 3 hours, 4 hours max for me. I'm like, I could deal with that. Yeah. But then it's like, son of a bitch, where'd I go wrong? Like, let me pause the video, let me back up. I'm only in the first 10 minutes of the video. I'm like, where did I go wrong? It's not fitting like she said it would fit.
Yeah. So, but what else been going on?
Nah, like speaking of bathrooms and stuff like that, I actually got a funny story. It's like whenever one of my friends told me, like, she's a little bit bigger girl and stuff like that. So, like, because you were talking about the stand-up shower, so it reminded me of a story. And I was laughing so hard, I was cry laughing. So we were over there, we were just outside, and she said, hey, how you guys doing? I said, good. Then we started talking and stuff, and then she was like, yeah, I was like taking it, like, because I told her we were remodeling, and she was like, yeah, we got to remodel. We had to get a brand new toilet for our bathroom. I said, what happened? And she was telling me, like, I was over there showering and stuff like that. And she said, next thing you know, I just fall right out of the shower and hit the toilet, and the toilet breaks his hand. I was like, as she was telling the story, like, because I got a problem with laughing whenever it comes to people getting hurt. I don't know why. Just think about it. Falling naked just seems like funny to me. I just picture something stupid in my head. So I got a big laughing problem. I get nervous too, and I was cry laughing in front of her face, and then like, I don't know if like she got upset or anything, but I was laughing so hard I made her laugh about her own story, and I was just like, yo, you just gotta go. Every time I turn around and look at her, I just imagine her telling me the story again and imagining it, and I'm just like die laughing, because me, that would be the most embarrassing thing ever. It's like to slip, fall, be hurt, and then it's like, oh man, do you want me to call the ambulance? I'm like, no, get me underwear first. Like, that's how I would be. Like, give me some underwear really fast. Yeah. Like, my leg could be snapped. Oh, whoops, I hit the mic. My leg could be snapped in half and everything like that. And I'm like, no, we gotta cover me up. Like, I'd be, it's like that scared, nervous to where it's like, no, cover me up. And then you don't feel the pain because your adrenaline's going. It's like whenever you're a kid and you get hurt and stuff like that, and you're like freaking out because you don't want your parents to find out. So you're like, no, I'm fine. I'll walk it off. And then you're trying not to cry and walk away. You're like, no, I'm fine. I'm just gonna go lay in my room.
Was this a neighbor a long time ago?
Yeah, this neighbor was at my first house whenever I bought and stuff like that. They were my one of my two favoriteest neighbors I've ever had and stuff. It's like, because I knew the husband for a while because me and him had a job together, and whenever I bought my first house, I didn't know his family lived across the street, and then he ended up buying his parents' house, and I was like, all right, cool. So it's like we always had those good neighbors and stuff like that. Those neighbors you could like text and be like, yo, you hear that other neighbor, that asshole down the street playing his radio loud? They were like, yeah, I know, what a jerk and stuff. So I mean, it was like, that's one thing that's hard too. It's like to find good neighbors and good people around you and stuff. Cause
especially these days, man. You gotta watch everybody, man. Shit's crazy. It's like, okay, let me see. Okay, they said that's Bob. Especially if you're not going in there doing the pedophile series and the pedophiles if you got kids. Yeah. But just people in general, like you gotta watch everywhere you go now. Like the slightest, I think to a degree, everybody has a small amount of PTSD. Like a small amount with everything that's been going on, because something happens and you jump, you're looking, and what was that? Oh, they just dropped the trash can. So, and
you don't know you don't know at all. Exactly. It's like you always hear the worst documentaries are like, she was with him for 15 years and he's been killing women on the side. I'm like, what? Like, she was not paying attention in that relationship. He covered it up so well. He had a lock on the shed and everything like that. I'm like, he had like 9 people in that shed. How did you not notice something? Like, you never went out there? He would always handle the yard work and stuff. I'm like, nah. But I mean, some of that stuff is good, like Ted Bundy and stuff like that. Whenever he was with that girl, and she was like, I would have never expected it, and then she seen him on the news.
Crazy, man. I looking at something. I watched the movie something like that in one of my old relationships, and something sitting there, and they going through it, and it was the woman in this case that was like kind of like double life and stuff like that, and then the guy didn't even know. I don't know how he didn't know, but 2 of her previous husbands had died, and so we're watching it, and I look over, I was like, you okay? Something you need to tell me? She was like, you gotta quit watching stuff like that. I was like, hey, according to this, you can't trust anybody. So
I always tell my wife that. I'm like, I ain't living no Lifetime story, am I? Because you always see that on the Lifetime channel and stuff, and I'm like, nah, I don't need that in my life. But nah, speaking of crazy people, it's just like getting crazy out there in general too, and stuff like that. Like, man, I was at the store the other day. And I don't like calling people big or anything like that, but I'll put it like that. This lady was linebacker big. She was like about at least 6'2". She towered over me. 6'2", 240 easily. She could probably run a 4.5 on a 40. Damn. But nah, she was freaking out. So we were in Target the other day. Not sponsored by Target, just mentioning it. That's where I shop. And then, I felt bad for this one, like, because you know how the Starbucks is in Target?
Yeah.
Not sponsored by that either. But like, there was one person working at this Starbucks. It was early as crap. too. It was like about as soon as they opened, we walked in. There was like people in Starbucks line to get their coffee and then go shopping.
Okay.
And the lady was like, my drink doesn't have enough sweetener in it. And the lady was like, I'm not gonna remake it. I got a long line. It's just me. Can I? And she's like, I could give you a shot of like the vanilla flavor and whatever she had. It had like all the foam and whipped cream and all that craziness on chocolate, strawberries, the whole nine. I was like, what is it? And then she was like, no, I want it remade. And she started freaking out. And she's like, I can't do this today. I can't do this today. And I'm like, lady.
Over a damn latte.
Over a latte. And I was like, yo, yeah. I'm like, dang, man, that lady needs to chill. She's like, I just want a refund. I want a refund. So she went to customer service. I'm like, damn, people are crazy. I'm like, I just woke up and they woke up this fresh to be that crazy. I'm like, I can't even do it. And then there was another couple walking around. And then, you know that thing to where like parents will give their kids a toy in the store so that would keep them occupied as they push them in the cart. So this little girl wanted sandals, and it was kind of wintertime. It was still coming off, like it was cool outside, still in the 60s and stuff like that. And then they get mad because they gave her sandals to hold on to because she really liked the sandals. And then the kid throws a temper tantrum. And so the parents get mad and the dad's like, who puts damn sandals out in the middle of wintertime? And I'm like, it's Florida, baby. Like, what do you expect? It's Florida. It's like hot one second, freezing the next whenever it's wintertime.
Yeah.
Like it's about to be 80 degrees outside. You might as well get her the sandals.
Might as well.
And then I'm just like, and I'm like, damn, I didn't know. I'm like, these are Walmart people. Like, what are they doing in Target?
Yeah, it is a difference in the customers in between the two. I guess you could say Target customers are kind of bougie.
Yeah, Target.
Target. Yeah. I went into the one here, out by where I live at, and they're like, even I've run into a few of the employees to where they're like, uppity and they walk with the straight back and their head up. I was like, you work at Target, like, come on, you got like you're on Rodeo Drive or something.
Listen,
like
people only shop at Target so they could window shop, and then they go to Walmart to buy it. They're like, okay, I don't need the crowds at Walmart. I'm gonna walk around Target, make my wish list, and then I'm gonna go to Walmart and hit everything I need to hit and get out of there.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't know. You gotta have a conversation with them, Tony, about that. I don't know what's going on.
I'll put it on my agenda. I'll see if I can fit them in.
That'll work.
But nah, it's just I feel like people are just getting crazy with everything. Up prices just because they're going up. You always have that. Everybody's posting everything on Facebook. I can't believe I spent $120 on $60 groceries. I'm like, then buy the cheaper fruit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Why are you going organic? It's not going to last that long anyways.
And I believe they're getting them with the organic. I believe it's just, hey, let's slap this label on this because of the exclusive people. All they want organic. They want everything organic. Oh, I don't eat that. It has to be organic.
It's
so like, slap that on there.
It's like, shit, Jeremy, we got the regular and the organic next to each other. Just slap a label on it. Yeah. It's gonna go somewhere.
Yeah.
People are gonna buy it no matter what. It doesn't matter.
But yeah, man, that's a domino effect of a lot of stuff. The price of everything. Gas is finally coming down a little bit. It's like $4.27.
I'm gonna give it 1 month, and then people are gonna go into the travel, and that's whenever it's gonna go up a little bit.
Oh, you think it's going back up?
It's either gonna go up right before in a month, or it's gonna wait till after summer so people could travel, and then they're gonna boost that bad boy back up. Because whenever I went to visit my family in Jacksonville, it was like I was pulling around to my sister's neighborhood. Gas was at $4.95. I'm like, thank God I got my Toyota. Like, I was still able to putter. And all that's like, dang, even in like our area, it's only like $4.70, $4.60.
Over here?
Yeah, now it dropped a lot lower though. It dropped a lot lower. This was like 4th of July weekend.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, it's but I was like, I actually happened to catch my truck right at just past half a tank. Yeah. On the other side, and I was like, man, let me fill it up, because if I wait till Monday's gonna get here, I'm gonna forget in the work week. Next thing you know, I'm back at E. Probably by Wednesday. I was like, man, let me go fill it up. So I spent $63 to fill it back up, which is pretty good. So that lets me know probably about 110 to fill it up all the way. Had it been empty, yeah,
I'd be crying. I was like,
if the weather wouldn't act an ass around here, I could hop on my motorcycle and ride it to work, and I would be good in saving gas, because it only takes even that, because it has to take 93. So that's about, I think, $16 to fill it up. But
this is the time where it benefits, to where it's like, all right, yeah, I gotta put more money in my gas tank. I guess my ass is going on a diet now. I was talking about it for years.
Yeah.
Everybody's New Year's resolution. I'm like, it's coming true in summertime, just filling up the gas tank and stuff like that.
Yeah, you got to, man. You gotta cut some stuff given these prices, man. But hey, man, you gotta just,
it is what it is at this point.
Yeah, it is what it is. Just take it and keep going. But how's this heat been treating you?
It's good until I have to get out into it. You know how it's like you want to go out and do stuff, but you're like, it changes your mind really fast.
Yeah.
Or like as soon as like you walk from your house to the car,
woo,
and then you're just like,
yeah.
And then you're like, yeah, we're gonna readjust these plans. We're gonna go walk around the mall, at least inside air conditioning. We're gonna walk around somewheres, but it's not gonna be like outside or anything like that.
It's almost a life or death decision walking outside.
Which it doesn't. The heat doesn't bother me too much, but it's like if you sweat as much as I do, it's like you don't want to go in somewhere and you're dripping sweat and stuff like that. I'm just like, son of a gun. I could walk outside all day. I've done it before. But then it's like I look all sweaty, wet t-shirt, like I was in a wet t-shirt contest or something. They're like, "Ooh, hey, beautiful." I'm like, "What?"
Yeah, women blowing at you.
Cat calling me, "What's your 401k?"
Yeah, I'm like you. Like I sweat quick.
Yeah.
And frivolously. So when I get to that, I get hot and I get hot quick. It's like it's coming, and
I'll be thinking about the heat, and then I'll feel drips coming off my face.
Yeah.
My wife's like, "Are you nervous?" No, I know I'm about to walk out there and like start sweating already. And they're like, "Why not start now? Why not start now?"
Yeah. Starts at the head, bees up, and then you just feel it just trickling down.
Yeah.
That first drip of sweat hit the eyelash, and I was like, oh. But
being younger though, you didn't really care. Like whenever we were younger and we'd be drinking and partying and stuff out there and stuff, it'd be like, you know what?
Matter.
Yeah, like I say, you just take your shirt off, have that wife beater with that shaved chest.
But you can't drink in this heat. You want to talk about bubble guts?
Woo.
Alcohol in this heat, man. I was in the situation.
Yeah.
Well, I had a little something to drink that day. It was actually earlier, probably like 1 or something like that. And then later that evening, I'm thinking I'm good. Grabbed some ice cream.
Oh man.
Oh my God. I left the place I was at and was headed home. And I was like a good. This was when I lived in Atlanta.
Yeah.
And so I tried to take the back roads to stay off of I-20 because of the traffic jam. Man, but the thing with that is they got a lot of traffic lights. Man, that hit my stomach. I'm in the car. It's probably other instances where you prayed hard.
Yeah.
I prayed hard. I'm at these lights and my stomach is boiling and you have to clench. Clench the hold, and man, I was like, he's like, I'm doing like 60 trying to catch the next light before it turns red to get to the house. Oh my God.
Doing that Lamaze breathing and stuff
Yeah, man, that's whew.
Bro, I'm not gonna that's the reason why I keep like, you know how everybody's like, oh yeah, I got napkins in my glove box. So, I got a small roll of toilet paper in my glove box. You just and sometimes it's like you got to pull over to those nasty ass gas station bathrooms.
Oh yeah, some of the filthiest.
Yeah, but it's either going there in the woods, and sometimes I'm like, you know what, I might just go in the woods. But no, I know exactly what you're talking about. You're sitting there. There's been times where like you say, you were drinking with your friends and you ate ice cream. There's times like where you go out to dinner and then they're all like, oh, let's go drinking afterwards and stuff like that. And then it's like, you're just sitting there talking and stuff like that. And next thing you know, your eyes get big because you know it hit. It comes with a vengeance. It's just like, boom. You're like, oh my God. All right, yeah. And he was, hey, I'll be back to finish this conversation. And you're walking. The worst thing, and I've noticed this, like bar, cool restaurants, hole-in-the-wall restaurants, one damn stall. One stall, 10 people in line, and you're just like, you're rethinking your whole night. You're like, hey guys, let's move this party at home. I'm gonna hit my house really fast. I'll see you guys there. And then it's like you say, you're gunning it, red light. You're like, please God, let every green light just hit, like boom, boom, perfectly, and you're gunning it all the way home and stuff.
Yeah, that's some.
Like I've had to pull over before and just be at gas stations, to where it's like, or like I'm act like I feel bad. Well, I don't feel bad, but I feel obligated to buy something, and like either a gas station, Walmart, whatever, even Target, I'm just like, all right, cool, they're still open. Whoa, pull in and stuff like that, and then I'm like, all right. And then the greeter's like, hey, how you doing? Like, you just book it past them. You got sweats and everything like that.
You ever had to pull over on the side of the road, like, while you're traveling? Because you couldn't make it to, like, the rest stop or something like that?
I've never had to do that, but there was this one time to where I was, me and my buddy were road biking. And then, like, my wife was like, because we'll carry little backpacks with us as we're road biking. My wife's like, what are you doing? I said, I'm taking this half roll of toilet paper, girl. You never know what happens. And it's like one time we were trail riding and stuff like that. I ate a honey bun with icing on top, like a gas station honey bun with icing on top.
Yeah.
I was like riding the bike and I was like, shit, no, I'm not going to make it. I started booking it. I'm like, yo, I need to find something right now. And I was about to run in the woods, but then I found this porta potty and I was like, all right, I guess I'm going to have to use it type of situation. I ran in the porta potty, like it was 1,000 degrees because it was summertime. So that porta potty was hot bacon and I was just
oh my God.
And I was, no lie, like it tore me up big time. I was in that porta potty for like 45 minutes. I was like, son of a bitch, what happened? What did, like all over a honey bun? And it was like that honey bun was laughing in my stomach. I wanted to do this to you. And
damn. Yeah, I after that one time drinking with friends and then got the ice cream later, I found out you have to watch who you hang with that drinks.
Oh yeah,
man. Good friend of mine, even to this day, he was like, we're gonna go. A friend of his lives out of town, so he was like, we're gonna go to his house, and then we got tickets to a game. We're gonna go to the game. I was like, all right, cool. He was like, he got good connections at this club. I was like, cool. So we get on the road, headed there. It's probably about a couple hours away from here. So he was like, right before we get there, he's like, I'm gonna tell you like this. He's gonna as soon as we get there and walk in, he's gonna say that we're 6 shots behind. I was like, what does that mean? He's like, he's just gonna say it. I kid you not, we get there, club is jumping, like it's live. He looks and spots us, and he was like, where the fuck you guys been? He was like, you guys are 6 shots behind, man, come on. I looked at him, I was like, really? He was like, I told you.
Yeah.
Man, we get up to the bar. This guy had 1942, it was this aged brown liquor.
Tequila?
It was a cognac.
Oh, okay.
He had Patron. He had Patron Silver, Patron, I think the Blue Label. What else did he have? Grey Goose. He had some, man. So first thing I do, I'm like, all right, just give me I just take a Heineken. So, I'm trying to be light because I know how my buddy is. He could drink.
Yeah.
And if this is his partner and this is his spot, I was like, oh, this combination here. So I was like, just give me a Heineken, I'm good. They give me the Heineken, I drink the Heineken. He was like, you want another Heineken? And the guy, I was like, yeah. He was like, so I turn around, I'm looking out like this at the crowd, turn back. He's got shot glasses and he's poured some of the 1942 in it. So I'm like, what's this? Where's the Heineken? He was like, fuck a Heineken. You're gonna drink this. He was like, we here to party, man. Man, drunk that. I was like, oh, this isn't finna go good.
Yeah.
The last time I mixed clear and brown, it was rough for me.
Ooh, yeah.
I was like, my friend was like, he was like, come on, man, we're partying. He was like, you're not driving, I'm driving. I was like, all right. So, drunk that. Then got a shot of Grey Goose.
Woo! You were really mixing.
Small shot. Got a shot of that. And he was like, he has a buddy. Has a club. Like, go out this back alleyway. His club was right there. He was like, let me go introduce you to my buddy. We going. I was like, damn. I was like, why does it feel like I'm in Bangkok or something? Like, because it's an alley. An alley. So we go over to his buddy's house. I mean, his club. Get there. He was like, hey, give him a shot of Ciroc. He give me a shot of Ciroc. I drink the Ciroc. Man, I had that. Then we go to this club. The guy gets 2 of the big bottles of Patron.
Oh yeah.
He gets 2 of those. Bring them in this section that we're in. The club is stupid. That club is stupid. We left his spot. Man, when I tell you, only thing I remember is we pulled up at Whataburger. I went in, sat down. They ordered the food. I'm sitting there. Then it jumped from that to I hear my buddy call me. He was like, Bobby. I wake up and look at him. He was like, you all right? I said, yeah, I'm good. Drop back out. And then he wake me back up again, and I felt it. Yeah. I got up. I was like, he was like, go to the bathroom. I guess he said I was burping in my sleep. So he woke me up. I woke up. I'm going to the bathroom. There's a guy in there. And as I'm walking, you know when you're about to, the back of your tongue gets that feeling. And your mouth water. Yes. Yes. Man, my mouth. I was like, oh my God. I was like, please, dude, hurry up. Man, that guy came out. I'm going in. As soon as I get in the bathroom, hit the lock. My stomach was like, it was like that first heat. Yeah. My stomach said, roar. I was like, oh. I went like this. I went like this to make it to the toilet. I get 2 steps from the toilet. I said, man, it shot sideways. It shot sideways out of my hand. It hit the wall. I get to the toilet. I'm just vomiting in the toilet. Then I'm trying to aim. My vision is like this. So it hits the seat, back tank of the toilet. Then I get in the toilet. Man, it was a mess. I know those people hate me at that. I haven't been back since. Yeah, I wouldn't go back either. I know they hate me at that Whataburger. I couldn't help it. Then we go to his friend's house. He has this huge house. We get there. I don't even remember getting upstairs. I don't remember getting out the truck. I remember coming back out. Steve was like, Bobby, you was in there 20 minutes. You all right? I was like, man, yeah, I'm okay. Went back out. They ate. I took no, I didn't even bite my food. We went out in the truck, left, went back to his friend's house. I don't even remember getting out, going up, getting to bed. We woke up the next day, went to the game. It's in an open stadium. And it's hot. Oh my God, that was the worst day of my life. Like, I'm literally sitting there. First off, I'm super tipsy, super drunk. Like I just started drinking. Yeah. I'm sitting out in the sun baking. I'm sweating like I have Ebola or something. And I'm sitting there, I got my hand on my knee and my hand's like this. I'm asleep. I hear the guy next to me. He looked at my friend. He was like, he gonna be all right? Our friend was like, yeah. He was like, we were out partying last night. He was like, oh, that happens down here. But I ended up having to get up. Yeah. Stomach started back again. I had to go to the bathroom, threw up some more, come out, sit back down. We didn't even finish the game. Like we left, went back to his friend's house. We ended up coming back home early. Like we missed the whole day. I told him, I was like, never again will I go party with y'all. I can't do it. Like, man, that was. And the crazy part about it, they were drinking the same thing. I was like, how are you guys not like, what's going on? I was like, yeah, I don't know what kind of ironclad stomach you have.
It's because it's like that time to where it's like if you don't drink like that all the time, then it's like your body's not used to it.
Yeah,
it's like I don't drink like that. So like I used to drink like that, but it's like whenever I do it now, it's like I better plan on doing it Friday or Saturday because I'm going to spend a whole day recovering and I can't be doing it like on Saturday and then risking like feeling like crap at work on Monday and stuff like that.
Most definitely. Yeah. It took me almost a week, like 5 days. Like I had to call out of work. Like I had to recover. Like, man, I was messed up. I told him when I talked to him again, he called me like the next day to check on me. I was like, man, I had to take off work. I couldn't make it.
Yeah.
He's like, I was like, I'll call you later. I called him like 2 days later. But when I talked to him then, I was like, never again. Like to this day, he's still been trying to get me to go back.
Yeah.
I was like, no.
See, I get like that too, but then it's like, you know, like I was at my sister's wedding, and then all my cousins were looking around. They're like, who's gonna take a shot? Who's gonna start the shots off and stuff like that? And then next thing you know, like everybody's eyes lock on me, and I'm just like sitting there eating my food. I'm like, what? Because they know I could, like, you know, once I start, it's like it's hard. I'm like I'm in fun time now. It's like it's hard for me
Party
to be
time,
like,
baby.
yeah. And then I'm like, all right, let's do this. And then I'm like, all right, what you gonna get? All right, like, give me a double of Fireball right now. Boom, like knock it back. But it's like once you start hitting those, like, because I either need to do, I can't do sweet drinks. So it's like I either need to do something light if I'm gonna be doing shots, or like stay with beer and stuff like that. But once I got on the Fireball and stuff like that, I started talking my cousins into buying them for me too. I'm like, all right, you guys want me to do shots with you? I was getting serious. I said, y'all gonna have to pay for this because I can't afford that right now. So we were at the bar and stuff like that. I'm like, all right. He was like, all right, I'll pay for you. I got you. Next thing you know, man, we did 3 shots right in a row, like knocking them back and stuff like that. And we were having a crazy time. But that's always like my brother-in-law's like that too. We'll mess with each other and be like, oh, you gonna be a bitch tonight, or you gonna drink? And then we'll like pick up the drink and be like, no, we got this. And then the other one starts drinking it. And next thing, it's not good for the next person the next morning. Like you said, like you got that one person. And it's like, I feel like the person who eggs it on never gets sick. But the person who's like, no, I got this, I could hang. Yeah. That's the person that gets sick.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, man. To this day, I still tell him when he brings it up, when we get together, we hanging out, he brings it up. I was like, man, I still don't know, like, I don't know how your stomach is set up. Yeah. And we were all drinking the same thing. I was like, man, he starts laughing.
Yeah.
Like they got this nickname for me too. I forgot what it is. But they made this nickname for me while I'm there knocked out. And then I had the picture. I had to try to find it and show you. He had sent me a picture of it, but he took a picture of me in the Whataburger. I was knocked out.
Yeah. I've done that before a couple of times. So it's like we'll be bar hopping in like those places to where you walk back alleys, like you're saying, like those little old school towns that have the cool clubs and stuff. And then it's just like, I fell asleep on a table. Like, I got into this thing called Scotch eggs. It's like an Irish food to where it's like a boiled egg wrapped in. It's really good. Okay. I'm like, all right, that'd be okay on my stomach. And before they even came, I was like sleeping out on the table and stuff. So, I mean, it's like one of those things. But it's like funny, like exactly what you're talking about. Like, once you know you start like feeling it, like you feel it creeping. Yeah. And that's whenever you start feeling that indestructibleness to where you're like, nah, I could handle it. Bring it. Because you feel like that little bit of fade numbness on your face. You're like, ooh.
Yeah.
I know I got a good buzz going now. And then it's like whenever you do get sick and you said you're seeing like 2 things and stuff, it's like you're walking in an earthquake.
Yeah. For me, that time when I felt it, it was, when was it? Was I... when we left his friend's spot, we went back to his spot, and by the time we got back there, and we walked in his back door, it was like this feeling of levitation. And I walked in, it was like I'm levitating. Walked in, and it was like you really get this like celebrity type
mentality.
Yeah. It's like I have arrived.
It's a privilege. Go ahead, are my drinks ready?
Yeah.
You know what I like.
So I was like, yeah, I'm there. And I told Steve, I was like, man, I'm gonna have a good time. I was like, but I'm gonna tell you, we start drinking. I was like, I'm gonna stay light, but when I start drinking, I'm ready to party.
Yeah, I'm like that too.
So by the time we got to the, like, it's probably 2 scenes I remember when we got to the club.
Yeah.
I remember walking there. It was a food truck. They were selling Jamaican, some jerk chicken.
Yeah.
I was like, man, that smells good. Then we go in the club. That's when he gets the Patron bottles. And we're in the section. Now, I remember taking the plug out of it. I drunk it straight from the bottle. And then passed it. I'm in full club mode then.
And that's the worst part about being like drunk once you got that good drunk, because then you don't feel the burn, you don't taste anything, and you can knock it back like water.
Yeah, that's what it felt like water. I was like, it's nothing. So, I remember when I passed the bottle off, I turned around, they started playing Chris Brown, and I'm in the section. So the velvet rope. I'm at the velvet rope, and it was some girls that was right there dancing. I go into full concert mode. I'm singing. So I remember that. After that, it goes dark.
Yeah.
Then when I come back to, we were walking out of the club. And he was like, we're gonna go to the car over here. I'm walking a complete different direction. I'm going a different direction. And I hear my friend, he was like, Bobby, we're going this way. So I was like, oh shit, I thought y'all turned the corner here.
Play it off. No, I was going to get some, but we'll get it next time. I'm not worried about it.
But yeah, I had fun, but yeah, that was a scar. That was a scar on the memory there. I was like, yeah, I never.
It's like those nights are awful, but you love them at the same time because it's such a good memory. It's like, oh, I'll never do it again. And next thing you know, like a month later, you're like, I can't believe I'm doing this.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll wrap this thing up, man. It's another episode of the Spot Podcast. Bobby-E&TonyTone.
Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys.
We'll catch y'all next time.
Yeah, hit the subscribe, like button. Leave us a comment, some feedback down in the bottom. Be sure to... You can go to my Facebook page at 8185 Promotions, and if you don't miss it here, or if you want to share it to a friend on Facebook, I have it on there. The episodes on there that they can share it on there. Tony has it on his page. We're friends, so you should be able to find both of them. It'll link, link both of them. But but we're working on some new stuff that's coming pretty soon, you guys. Just hang in there for more of our crazy stories and conversations. Just shooting the shit, chilling. You want to throw anything in, Nancy?
Nah, I think you got it all.
Yeah, that's it.
Let's have a good night.
Yeah. Take it easy.